Hello, I'm Joyce and Antoine, and this is 3 Minutes with Jim Crichton. Jim Crichton is the anchor at CTV Windsor. So what path led you towards working at CTV?
You know, Joyce, I didn't start out to be a broadcaster at all. I went to Brock University in St. Catharines, and it was with the intention of being an English teacher, but I got involved with the campus radio station, and that started my close to 45-year career in broadcasting.
How long have you been at CTV, and what was your experience like?
I've been here for almost 20 years. I started in 2000, the first 3 years of which were in London. We used to do a remote broadcast into Windsor from London at that time. In 2003, I moved here, and I've been here ever since, closing in on my 19th year with the company. It's been a terrific ride. We've had different ownership through the years. When I first started working, we were owned by Chum. The station was called the New WI at that time. Then it became A Channel and simply A, and under CTV we're CTV2.
Do you have any advice for students going into the journalism field?
I would say be yourself. I think the most important gift that you can give is the gift of yourself. Be honest. I would not be one to get into it with an agenda of social change, for example. I know some journalists consider that their mandate. I don't. I view this as a craft, and I like to perfect it. I look at it as a broadcasting skill.
Is there a chance you own all the ties that you wear on the news, or is it from the wardrobe?
Oh, no, those are my ties. I do have a clothing allowance, but I've been collecting ties through the years. Do you know I wore ties in high school sometimes, too? Not all the time, but sometimes, so I'm a tie guy.
On your days off, do you wear ties?
Sometimes I do, and here's an interesting story about that. I discovered once when I didn't wear a tie, I felt the broadcast was less successful. This was in radio when I didn't have to have a tie. But I felt when I was properly attired, I did a better job.
What would be something that not many people know about you?
Probably my love of cats. Everybody knows I like old cars, but I'm a cat lover. I love animals in general, but my daughter brought a cat into my life. I was indifferent to it at the time, but I came to be a cat lover. So we're on our second or third cat. They don't last forever, but we've missed them and loved them all.
What is the best part of your job?
I would say the actual broadcast itself. You don't love every minute of everything you do. I think that's true of anybody's line of work. But after all the hard work is done, when you get to sit down behind the desk and do the broadcast, that's the part that I like best.
Thank you for joining us, Jim.
Thank you, Joyce. My pleasure.
This was 3 Minutes with Jim Crichton. I'm Joyce and Antoine.